Hi, my name is Jimmy Nguyen, and I'll be doing Chapter 5, which is Ethics in International Business. This chapter focuses on three main points. The first one being the source and nature of ethical issues in international business. The second one being the different philosophical approaches to business ethics. And the last one being steps that managers can take to ensure that ethical issues are respected in international business decisions. Instead of giving a summary for each of the three main points, I thought it would be more beneficial for us to just focus on one. So in this case, I decided to pick the topic that I thought was most important, which was how a manager can make ethical decisions. However, in order to fully understand how managers can make ethical decisions, we must first go back to the roots. This being what ethics is. Ethics refers to accepted principles of right or wrong that govern the conduct of a person, the members of a profession, or the actions of an organization. In this case, we would want to refer to business ethics. Business ethics are the accepted principles of right or wrong governing the conduct of business people, and an ethical strategy is one that doesn't violate these so-called principles. Now that we understand what ethics are, we can move on to our major topic. How can managers make ethical decisions? For this topic, it is split up into 5 different parts. The first part being through the hiring and promoting process. As a manager, we would want to hire and promote people with a well-grounded sense of personal ethics. We would want to refrain from promoting individuals who have acted unethically. The picture on the left is a good example. Would you as a manager want to hire a thief? Would this person be able to show the company's best interests? We can all agree that this isn't the best idea. Moving on to our second part, we as a manager would want to build an organizational culture that places a high value on ethical behavior. We would want to emphasize the importance of a code of ethics. For those of you who don't know, a code of ethics is a formal statement of the ethical priorities a business adheres to. However, establishing a code of ethics is nothing if you don't enforce it. Therefore, we would also want to implement a system of incentives and rewards for those who follow it. But this also means that we would have to punish those who don't adhere to it. With this code of ethics, everyone is responsible for their own ethical behavior, as well as keeping others in check. The third part of how managers can make ethical decisions involves our own behavior as a manager. If we as the leader don't adhere to our own ethical choices or code of ethics, how would we expect our employees to follow it? The picture on the right is a great example. Managers to their employees are like parents to their children. We want to set a good example for them so they can be positively influenced toward more ethical choices, whether it be in the office or in real life. The fourth part of this major topic involves moral courage. As a manager, we want to develop this trait and make sure that our employees know that they should exercise it. It helps both employees and managers to emphasize what they see as unethical and act on it. Whether it being saying no to a superior for something unethical they want you to do, or even whistleblowing on the company for unethical activity. The final part of this major topic is that we as a manager should make sure that the decision-making processes require people to consider the ethical dimension of business. We should make sure that they ask whether or not the decisions fall within the accepted values, whether or not the decisions can be communicated to everyone affected, and whether or not the decisions would be approved by our colleagues. We have now gone over all the things needed to help a manager make ethical decisions. The first part included hiring and promoting ethical people. The second part included implementing a code of ethics. The third part was following that code of ethics. The fourth part was promoting moral courage. And the last part was making sure that the decision-making process require people to consider the ethical dimension. These 5 steps not only influence us, but they also influence our peers, who in turn influence our decision-making. Therefore, it only makes sense to establish these parts to help better our choices and the company. Thank you.